In our last video, we showed you just how capable the DJI Osmo Action 6 is through some real-world samples. But hey, that isn't enough to paint the full picture. That's why in this video, we're putting it against one of its biggest rivals, the GoPro Hero 13. Just like you guys, I've been incredibly curious to see how they can stack up against each other in the action camera industry. Hopefully, this video will help you make the right choice. Let's kick things off with the spec sheets. As the challenger, DJI really went all out to pack the best possible hardware into it. Everything on the Action 6 is bigger than on the GoPro, bigger screens, a larger battery, a wider aperture, and a bigger sensor. Yet somehow they kept the number of size and weight lower than the GoPro. But honestly, looking past the numbers, the Action 6's real edge is in its design. For example, the charging port is completely independent, while the GoPro shares its slot with the battery compartment. That means if you want to charge the GoPro while shooting, it completely loses its waterproofing. Then there are these screens. The Action 6's display is larger, bright, and incredibly intuitive. You can control basically all your video specs just by swiping up and down. As for the GoPro, man, if you are used to one, you already know. The front screen doesn't support touch control, and the rear screen is sluggish and unresponsive. Trying to adjust the settings with all the tapping can drive you absolutely crazy. And the screen isn't the only annoying thing about the GoPro. There are many restrictions for the recording modes. For example, if you want to shoot HDR video, your frame rate is capped under 30 fps. Want to avoid a barrel distortion, you will have to crop your field of view a lot. Want to shoot an 8x7 open gate video, say goodbye to horizon locking. Long story short, you just can't get a perfect compromise-free recording mode. On the other hand, the Action 6 has none of these issues. DJI imposes very few restrictions. The Action 6 completely smokes the GoPro when it comes to freedom of shooting. Oh, and the GoPro's booting up speed is incredibly slow. It takes 5 to 6 seconds from pressing the record button to actually capturing footage, which means you have to keep hindsight enabled to avoid missing key moments. But if you turn hindsight on, the battery life, well, let's save that roast for the battery segments. Paper specs only show DJI's sincerity. True capability comes down to real-world testing. Let's start with the static footage. Both are set to 4K 30 fps open gate. The GoPro has HDR enabled and everything else is on default. At the first glance, the Action 6 delivers bright colors, high saturation, and excellent dynamic range. In comparison, the Hero 13 leaves a weaker impression. Even with the HDR turned on, its dynamic range still falls short of Action 6. Both cameras have their own log modes, but their outcome remains the same. The Action 6 completely outperforms the GoPro in dynamic range. The FOV between the two isn't drastically different, but the Action 6 sacrifices a tiny bit of a view to achieve less barrel distortion. Like I mentioned earlier, the GoPro won't let you adjust barrel distortion in open gate mode. But with Action 6, you can freely choose the level of distortion. And yes, if you want that fisheye look, you can do that too. When night falls, the Action 6's larger sensor really flexes its muscle. I don't even need to say much. You can see for yourself how hard the GoPro struggles in a low light. The noise reduction is a bit too heavy-handed, which is causing some macro blocking in the shadows. So, does the GoPro makes a comeback when moving? Nope. The Action 6 remains steady as a rock. The overall image quality is similar to the static shots, and the default stabilization mode handles walking and recording with ease. Meanwhile, that macro blocking issue on the GoPro becomes even more obvious when walking. Unless it's broad daylight, this issue really takes a toll on image quality. Aside from that, I noticed something interesting. The GoPro adjusts its image stabilization strength based on the ambient light. As you can see, its stabilization seems to weaken significantly at night. To test this theory, let's head into a dimly lit alley in the evening. Here, with a very little light, the GoPro's stabilization practically gives up, while the Action 6 remains as steady as ever. In another clip, the Action 6 is also quicker to correct the white balance, whereas the GoPro is a bit too slow transitioning between warm and cool tones. Honestly, it's less about the Action 6 being insanely good at night and more about the GoPro being genuinely disappointing. Okay, now I'm testing the microphone of both action cameras. I'm standing right next to very heavy traffic. So now this audio is from the DJI Action 6. How is the audio quality? Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Now, this is audio quality from the GoPro 13. How is the audio quality? Let me know. To be honest, image quality isn't even where the biggest gap lies between the Action 6 and the Hero 13. The real divide is in charging and battery life. Although for standard 16:9 4K 60 video recording, the Hero 13 only lasted 20 minutes less than the Action 6. Considering that the battery health of our GoPro has already degraded, this result is acceptable. However, it overheats very easily. When recording in open gates, it stopped the recording at the 35 minutes mark due to overheating. If you turn the screen on frequently, combined with the high outdoor temperatures, the GoPro's battery life can drop off drastically. While shooting our sample clips, the Action 6 lasted until the very end, while the GoPro died early and had to be hooked up to the power bank to stay alive. Even if you don't use it, just leave it on a standby for a whole day, the GoPro still drains about 8% of its juice. While the GoPro's battery life is poor, its charging speed is equally sluggish. Its peak charging power sits under 8 watts, and once the body overheats, it drops to just 4 watts. Meanwhile, the Action 6 peaks at nearly 30 watts, which is 4 times faster than the Hero 13. Charging from 1% to 100% took the Action 6 just half an hour, while the Hero 13 took a whopping 100 minutes. On top of that, DJI offers a battery combo case for the Action 6 that can charge 3 batteries simultaneously. If you're someone who regularly shoots long videos, don't even hesitate. Going with the Action 6 is absolutely the right choice. Beyond image quality, both action cameras pack some exclusive features to win users over. The most appealing feature on the Action 6 is undoubtedly its built-in 50 gigs of storage. If you own the camera, I'm willing to bet you are experienced the nightmare of forgetting your SD card at least once. Building storage completely prevents that as tragedy. Plus, with the SD cards getting more expensive, having this built-in storage is one of the Action 6's biggest killer features. Another killer feature is its variable aperture, which automatically adjusts based on the lighting. Narrowing the aperture reduces aberration, pushing the ceiling of its image quality even higher. Want better audio? Just grab a DJI mic. The Action 6 supports connecting 2 of its own mics at the same time, meaning you and your buddy can finally have your voices captured perfectly in the video. I also mentioned how useful the Action 6 square sensor in its standalone review. You can crop your footage into either landscape or vertical formats while maintaining the exact same image quality for both. It's incredibly friendly for content creator. Hero 13 also can shoot 8:7 open gate video, while that ratio is close to 1:1. Cropping it into a vertical video always yields slightly worse quality compared to the landscape crop. The GoPro's main advantage stems from its head start in the industry, like the massive ecosystem of official accessories it has built up over the years. The Hero 13 features 7 HP series lenses, and the third-party accessory market is huge. Its highly compatible mounting system also saves money for GoPro users. Plus, the GoPro has a built-in 1/4-inch screw hole at the bottom, letting you mount it directly onto a tripod without any adapters. As for features like a time-code sync and connecting to AirPods for audio, the Action 6 can do all of that too. And as time goes on, the ecosystem of DJI's Action series is growing rapidly. I really hope GoPro brings some real innovation with the Hero 14, because the Hero 13 frankly doesn't have much going for it. As most of you probably know, GoPro is having a hard time these years. The main reason is that DJI's Action series have been eating their lunch. After watching the video, it should be pretty clear that DJI has earned its spots. this matchup is an uncontested victory for the Action 6. That said, I do hope GoPro bounces back. After all, a competitive market is what drives better products. Alright, these are everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. I'm Will from Gizmochina, and we'll see you in the next one.